Hi, I'm Ashley from cigarswagger.com, and I'm going to teach you how to set up your own humidor. It's very important to invest in a humidor due to the fact that you can ruin cigars. This is an example. Let's go over some of the items that you're going to need. First, you're going to need a solid wood humidor that is fully lined with Spanish cedar. Also, you're going to need a gallon of distilled water, table salt, a soft cloth for wiping down the humidor, and a small Ziploc bag. Ideally, we like to store our cigars at 65 to 75% humidity. This is why manufacturers use Spanish cedar. First, we're going to open the humidor and take out the Spanish cedar shelf. We use distilled water because minerals in tap water will reduce the effectiveness of the humidor. Next, we're going to soak the cloth in the distilled water and wring it out to make sure that there's no excess. You really want to make sure that all the water is out of the cloth because it will ruin your humidor. Again, you need to make sure that your cloth is not dripping wet. When it's ready, you're going to wipe down every part of the humidor. You'll notice as you wipe down the humidor, there's a slight change in the color of the wood. Make sure you wipe down the shelf as well. Next, we're going to take the Ziploc bag and place it in the bottom of the humidor, and we're going to take our soft, damp cloth and place it on top of the Ziploc bag. We need to make sure that it's on top of the Ziploc bag to protect your humidor. Finally, you just put back in your cedar shelf and shut the box. 3 to 6 hours later, you'll need to repeat the wipe down process again. This may take several tries. Finally, we're going to remove the cloth from the humidor. Next, we're going to replace it with the provided humidifier or a humidifier substitute, like a cigar juice or gel container. Now, I'm going to teach you how to calibrate your hygrometer. First, you're going to place a teaspoon of salt in a shallow dish. Next, you're going to pour a little bit of water to make a paste. You'll then use your finger to form the paste. You're going to place the hygrometer inside the container and then also put the salt paste mixture next to it. Finally, you're going to shut the lid and seal it tight. Let the hygrometer sit overnight or at least 6 hours and return to it. Next, you're going to let the hygrometer sit overnight or at least 6 hours. When you come back to it, it should read at least 75% humidity. I highly recommend that in the future you invest in a digital hygrometer. These are much more accurate than the analog on the box. We hope you found these tips useful in setting up your new humidor. For all your cigar tips, questions, and world-class reviews, make sure it's cigarswagger.com.